Why are songs so short now? It used to be 3 to 4 minutes, and now everything is 2 minutes long. So it's not just you, this is a real trend. If we look at the Billboard Hot 100, let's take a look. Songs peaked at an average of something like 4.5 minutes in the 80s and trended down from there. In the late 2010s, the downward trend accelerated significantly. Now, I think there's 3 main reasons. First off, and the biggest one, is TikTok and other social media. Now, I know TikTok wasn't around back then, but we already saw other social media cycles really driving this. If we break down the causes, it's, first off, there's a strong focus on the chorus and the most memorable parts of the song, rather than the whole song. People remember snippets of songs. A lot of the times they're not even listening for the whole song. And you'll see this when you go out to clubs and nightclubs. People are kind of like, and then the hook comes on and then the crowd goes wild, right? People are looking for specific parts of a song. That's led to a removal and shortening of bridges and builds. There's a big emphasis on simplicity, repetition. You see a lot of perfect rhymes. Easy for people to grasp. They get into your head. Now, another big part of this is the focus on data and on streaming algorithms. We've seen this from all 3 of the big labels. You look at their acquisitions, they've spent something in the range of $600 million on using data and predictive algorithms to really de-risk the process of signing new artists. So if you look at the way the labels are staffing their teams, right, shifting away from intuition and really predict and place big bets, you'll see a lot of this. Another big cause of this is that Spotify and other algorithms are really going to reward songs that get played more often. Let's say you hear a 6-minute song, the motif, the hook, it's really worn through your head. You love it. You're gonna go back to it at some point, but maybe not right away. Now take the same 2.5-minute song, they hit you with the hook once, maybe twice, and you're like, wow, I really want to hear that again. So you go and you play that 2, maybe 3 times. Now Spotify is seeing this and saying, hey, this song is crazy. Like people are listening to it on repeat right away. They're taking that and they're showing it more often. There's a big incentive to make music that fits the algorithm. That's not to say that people aren't doing their own creative stuff. When we're trying to make decisions, we do it within a constraint, right? We think about, what are the trade-offs? How much am I willing to die on this hill? How much of this impacts the creative story that I want to tell in this song, and how much of it is, I can play by the rules. I'm okay with this. And you know what? When you look at the data, a lot of the times, longer songs, extended mixes, they have lower streams per listener. They have lower save rates versus radio mixes. So that's going to drive a big part of it. And finally, the simplest one is that Spotify will pay you after 30 seconds. A lot of these thresholds are really low. So if you're going to have somebody go through 3, 4, 5 of your songs, and they only have, say, 30 minutes in a gym workout, it benefits you a lot more to have a shorter song. It's not to say that we haven't seen really long, great songs, but this is a big part of what's driving it. Now, if you're an artist, a really fun thing to do is take your next song, if you haven't already been doing this, and cut down a radio version, something in, 2 to 3 minute range, and then leave your full extended version, whatever you wanted to do, and release them separately. See what the data says for itself. This is something that I did a lot when I started out this project. You can eventually release both versions, but the one that's more likely to blow up is probably the one you want to release first.